What does this 1973 album by Jose Feliciano have in common with this 1975 album by Led Zeppelin? Well, they both have die-cut covers. And before we get this episode going, please be careful with your die-cut covers, and please handle them very carefully. I was handling both of these die-cut album covers earlier this morning, and I cut myself on 2 of my fingers. It really hurt, so be careful. Handle your die-cut covers very carefully. And this album is called Compartments. It's by Jose Feliciano. Jose Feliciano is almost 80 years old. He was born in 1945, I believe, and he's 79 years old. He's put out dozens and scores and possibly even hundreds of albums. He's a wonderful singer, guitar player, and performer. He has a great sense of humor, and he's one of the world's top-notch musicians of all time. And this is called Compartments. And if you look carefully at this cover, it is very remindful. It reminds one of this album cover by Led Zeppelin on their Physical Graffiti album. And both of these albums have die-cut covers. Please be careful. I'm going to be very careful. And there are holes in this cover of this Led Zeppelin album which reveal imagery behind the die cuts. And so it is also with this album by Jose Feliciano, Compartments. It has a inner sleeve that can be placed behind these open die cuts here, and you can see the imagery behind the die cuts. And please be careful. I kind of regret that I didn't have gloves on this morning when I was handling these album covers. And these 2 albums are practically the same in design terms, and these were designed by 2 different people. This one was designed by someone named A.C. Lehman, who designed many album covers. This Led Zeppelin album was designed by Peter Corriston, and so this album came out 2 years before Physical Graffiti. I'm not sure if there is a direct correlation between these 2 covers. I'm not sure if Peter Corriston had seen this cover and was inspired or what, but they are similar. They both have die cuts and they feature buildings. Both of these album covers have buildings on them. And so let's carefully place the Led Zeppelin album behind us, and let's completely focus on this album and album cover. You can see the die cuts, and they play and dance behind the open portions of the album cover. And you can see very clearly that these are holes in the cardboard of the album cover. They allow light to get in, and they allow light to shine upon this sheet of little cartoon characters, and also Jose Feliciano down here. Here is Jose Feliciano. He's sitting on a bench. He has his trademark boots on, a nice sweater, and he's gazing in his own way at the camera. This is a photograph, and there are other images here featured on this inner sleeve, and some cartoon characters are here. There's the earth, and some very delightful pictures here. The flip side is features very small liner notes, and there are many guest stars on this album. Leon Russell plays piano on this. Loggins and Messina, Seals and Crofts sing on this album, and Bill Withers also plays guitar on this. This was produced by Jose Feliciano and Steve Cropper, and this whole package was designed by A.C. Lehman. The cover illustration, which I think is this on the back, is by Bob Ziering, This inside cartoon art is by Bernie Carlin, and this cover photo is by Nick Sangiamo. And this album is very funky. I was listening to it earlier. I was trying to heal from my die cuts, cuts, and it's very funky. It's very upbeat. The whole thing is very poppy and features a lot of horns, great singing, and guitar. This was released in some sort of quadraphonic sound. They call it a quadra disc. This is on RCA 1973. This can also be played on a stereo. Quadraphonic sound was real big for about 18 months back in the early 70s, and it was the precursor of multi-channel surround sound that we hear today. And Jose Feliciano was born in Puerto Rico, and he does a cover of Yes We Can by the Pointer Sisters, and he also does a cover of Sea Cruise. And there's the back cover drawing. It's a nice little soft color pencil drawing of Jose Feliciano. He looks very good there. And I think that's it. This is our little quick comparison of physical graffiti and also Jose Feliciano's Compartments. I've tried to place these inserts into this cover and vice versa, but they don't really match. It's kind of a futile endeavor to try that, but they didn't really match. But the covers themselves are extraordinarily similar, but Jose Feliciano's album came out a good 2 years before physical graffiti. The buildings are actually kind of the same tone. They're the same shade, the same color. And there's Jose down here. He's opened the door to his building, and he's ready to sing and play and be himself. So there you have it. Be very careful when you handle die cut covers. You can get seriously injured, as I did early this morning when I was putting this episode together.